salvation coming soon. Won't be long before we split the seas again and we all go back home. Stay strong, keep enduring. Yasha Allah Hamashiach, who we follow every minute, second hour, giving praises to the Father. There's a spirit deep inside of you. Every day is guiding you, bringing all things to remembrance.
Come on, brother. Come here. You want to hit a word real quick? Let me ask you a question, brother. What's your nationality, brother? African American. And where African American come from? Africa. So how long has your people been how long have we been getting called African American?
For many years.
For many years?
Yeah.
How many years you think?
It's 2 or 300.
Nah, we went calling colored, Negro, we went calling none of that. So it ain't been that long.
Yeah.
It ain't been that long we've been calling them African American. See, African American, the continent Africa is named after Scipio Africanus, a so-called white man. America is named after Amerigo Vespucci, an Italian explorer, another so-called white man. So how could you be African American?
Right?
You're not African American. Do you find African American in this Bible?
No.
You don't. So we're gonna show you what your true nationality is. What your true? Do you understand you're the same people that went through the Red Sea with Moses? Did you know the so-called African Americans, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the true children of God?
Yeah.
Did you know that?
No.
You know they were the true Israelites? They're the true Jews. Did you think the Jewish man was the true Jew?
I don't know.
They're not the true Jews. You're the true Jew.
Yeah.
All right. You so-called African American most likely be from the tribe of Judah. All right. Because it's 12 tribes of Israel.
Yeah.
All right. So bring out that Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. All right. Listen to this, brother.
All right, this is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15.
Right.
It says, but it shall come to pass,
Right.
if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Right. So the Lord's talking to the Israelites of the Bible. It shall come to pass if we don't hearken, if we don't listen to the voice of the Lord, our God, right, Kiri?
To observe to do all his commandments.
To observe to do his commandments, right, Kiri?
And his statutes.
And his statutes.
Which I commanded thee this day.
Right.
That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake you.
So the true Israelites, the Lord says, look, if you don't listen to my commandments, if you don't listen to what I told you, I'm going to put these curses upon you. All right? So we're going to know who we are by these curses. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 46. All right? We're going to know who we are biblically by these curses, because you don't find African American, Hispanic, and Native American. You don't find those words in the Bible. There's 18 nations. You got to be one of them. All right? So bring it up.
All right, this is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 46.
Right?
It says, and they shall be upon thee for a sign.
So this is how we're going to figure out who the true Israelites are. All right? By these curses. It shall be upon you for a sign. Right, Kiri?
And for a wonder.
And for a wonder, right, Kiri?
And upon thy seed forever.
And what?
And upon thy seed forever.
So these curses are going to be upon our seed forever. Once you hear these curses, you're going to know who the true Israelites are in this Bible. You're going to know what happened to them. Who are they? Because it says it right here. This is how you're going to be known. It's going to be upon you forever. Right? So get
over to 54.
Get 54. Right?
It says, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate.
Right, so we used to be a very tender and delicate and loving people. Right, can you read?
His eyes shall be evil towards his brother.
So the Lord says our eyes going to be evil towards our brother. That's the curse is going to come from it. We're going to be killing each other, robbing each other, murdering each other. All right? Doing all type of manners of evil to our brother. Right, can you read?
And towards the wife of his bosom.
And towards the wife of his bosom. That's called domestic violence. Right, can you read?
And towards the remnant of his children, which he shall leave.
The Lord says we're going to hate our children. We're going to leave our children. We known for leaving our children. Right? So that's a curse put up from the Most High. Right? Can you read?
It says, so that he will give, so that he not give to any of them of the flesh of his children.
So like let's end on that. Give me verse 64, 28 to 64.
64. Come. All right. This goes deep. All right. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64.
Right.
It says, and the Lord shall scatter thee among all people.
So we're going to be scattered among all people. Right, can you read?
From one end of the earth unto the other, even unto the other.
Right, so we used to be in Jerusalem. We used to be in Israel. But the Lord says we're going to be scattered among all people. Right, can you read?
And there shall serve other gods.
There we're going to serve other gods. Right, can you read?
Which neither thou nor thy fathers have known.
Gods that our fathers didn't keep. Serving gods that our fathers didn't serve. Right? Because there's only one true God. Right? Can you read?
Even wood and stone.
Even wood and stone. Now that wood is representative for what you see in Christianity. You ever seen brothers, you know, people have the cross on their necklace. All right. The stone, if you're familiar with Islam, these are the two major religions in the world, right? The stone is for the pilgrimage to Mecca. If you in Islam, you make a pilgrimage to Mecca once in your life. Now, this is the key verse I want to get: Deuteronomy 28 and 68. Now, listen to this, brother. This is the key verse right here.
All right. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68.
Right.
It says, "And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again."
So the Lord's gonna bring us into Egypt again. Now, what were the Israelites doing in Egypt? You remember Moses parting the Red Sea, right?
Yeah.
We was leaving Egypt. Why were we leaving Egypt? What were the Israelites going through in Egypt? All right, okay, that's why I got the scriptures right here to let you know. All right, Deuteronomy 6 and 12. Then beware lest thou forget the Lord which brought thee forth out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage. So we was in slavery in Egypt. That's what bondage means, right? So the Lord equates Egypt to being bondage. It's just synonymous because the Israelites were in slavery in Egypt. That's how Moses came, parted the Red Sea, and we left Egypt, right? And Pharaoh and all them got destroyed, right? So bring that out. Now we know that Egypt means bondage or slavery. All right, because the Israelites were in slavery. So Egypt has been a forever term without people, you know, it's pretty much the same thing as slavery, right? Because we was in slavery. Okay, that's why the Lord says Egypt, the house of bondage. It's known for the house of bondage. Bondage is slavery, right? Can you read?
All right, this is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68.
Right.
It says, "And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again."
So the Lord said He gonna bring us into Egypt again. Bondage again. Slavery again. The same Egypt we was in before. Read this again.
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
So the Lord said we're gonna go into slavery on ships. Who you know that went into slavery on ships?
We're in favor?
On ships.
Slavery on ships. Bondage.
Yeah.
Right? Bondage on ships. Read it again from the top.
Right.
So the brother get that.
All right, 68. It says, "And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships."
So the Lord's gonna bring us into bondage. The Egypt means bondage, house of bondage. We're not gonna go actually back into Egypt with ships because if we was in Israel, Egypt and Israel is landlocked. You don't need a ship if you can walk over there to Egypt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this is talking about to a place that's bondage and slavery. So the true Israelites are gonna go into slavery on ships, right? Can you read?
"By the way where I spoke unto thee,
Right?
thou shalt see it no more again.
Mm-hmm.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies."
So the Lord says you're gonna be sold into your enemies. We're gonna go into slavery on ships and we're gonna be sold to our enemies. Right, can you read?
"For bondman and bondwoman,
For slave man and slave woman. Right, can you read?
and no man shall buy you."
When you go into that word buy, it means redeem or save. No one's gonna save us. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. No one's gonna save us from this captivity because the Lord put us through this captivity. All right. So we know who we are based on biblical prophecy. We know we are the Israelites because we went into slavery on ships to a land we never known. All right. We didn't come from. We're not Africans. We're not the same as other Africans. We're Israelites. All right. All black people aren't the same. All right. Just like all white people aren't the same people. You know, you got Romans, you got Greeks, you got Russians. But when it comes to black people, we all the same. We all the same people. That's not how it goes. All right. Bring out Deuteronomy 7 and 6. So our job is to tell you that you're God's chosen people, brother. All right. And you got to keep these commandments that's in the Bible. All right. The statutes and commandments that the Lord told us to keep. All right. So bring that out. Deuteronomy 7 verse 6.
All right, this is Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6.
Right.
"For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God."
So we're a holy people. All right. A set apart people. That's what the word holy means. Set apart or separate. Right. Can you read?
"The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people."
He chosen us to be a special people. Can't you tell that? Can't you tell we the best at music? We the best at sports. We the best at anything you want to call it. We get into it. Now we the best at hockey. Anything we step foot in, we the best at. Right? Because the Lord said we're a special people. Right? Can you read?
"Unto himself,
Unto himself. Right? Can you read?
above all people that are upon the face of the earth."
So the Lord says we're above all people that are upon the face of the earth. All right. So the Most High didn't say everyone was equal. He said, look, I got my people that's unto myself, that's above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Everyone ain't the same. All right. So he got his chosen people, which are the Israelites, which you would be an Israelite. All right. So being an Israelite, you got to keep these commandments of the Lord. All right. Do you eat pork, brother? That's a good thing. That's all praises. All praises for that. You know, you shave your beard.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's in the Bible too. You want me to show it to you?
No.
now you don't want to see it. But that's a commandment, brother. All right. Any fish that come out the sea, you know you gotta eat. Has to have fins and scales on it. You can't eat catfish and things that our people love to eat, right? Yeah. So, and there's more and more commandments that we gotta keep. The Sabbath, like today's the Sabbath, the seventh day. Yeah. All right, you gotta rest on the seventh day. You can't do no work. You can't buy and sell in that day. All right. So certain things you got to do that's according to the scriptures. Because you're God's chosen people. The Lord didn't give all this to everyone. Now, do you believe in do you believe in the Bible?
Yeah.
You do? Do you believe in Christ?
Yeah.
Give me Matthew 15 and 24. All right. Do you think this man right here is Christ? You think that man right there is Christ right there? You think that's Christ?
The Bible say, I don't know.
That's what you've been told your whole life, right?
Yeah.
That's what we all been told.
Yeah.
This man right here is Jesus Christ. This is what you see on the church, on the window, and everywhere. So we're gonna go through the scriptures and we're gonna see what Christ looks according to the Bible. Right? Bring out Matthew 15 and 24. First, you need to know one fundamental thing. Bring it out.
All right, this is Matthew chapter 15, verse 24.
Right?
It says, but he answered and said,
Uh-huh.
I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
So Christ, this is Christ. He said, I'm not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. I'm not sent for no one else except for the people that went into slavery on ships. The people that was destroyed and killed and raped and murdered and destroyed because the Lord did that to them. Yeah. All right. So he said he was sent for them. He wasn't sent for everyone. All right. Give me Revelations 1 and 14. We're gonna see what Christ looks like according to the Bible, because this ain't what Christ looks like. All right. This is what you've been told your whole life. That he's a white man like that, got the long hair all the way to the back. And, you know, you pull up, oh, you throwing flowers everywhere. Let's see if there's in the Bible.
Right.
Revelations 1 and 1. Get that first.
All right. This is Revelation chapter 1, verse 1.
Come on.
It says the revelation of Jesus Christ.
So this is the revelation of Jesus Christ. The word revelations mean reveal, right? So this is the revealing of Jesus Christ. So it's going to be revealed, right? We're going to see what he looked like. Get Revelations 1 and 14, right?
All right, come.
This is a description, right?
This is Revelation chapter 1, verse 14.
Right?
It says his head and his hairs were white like wool.
So his hair was white and woolly, all right? That ain't white. That ain't woolly. This woolly right here. I see my hair is woolly, right? That's what woolly hair is like, right? Can you read?
As white as snow.
And it was as white as snow. That ain't as white as snow, right? Can you read?
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Right, his eyes was a flame of fire. When you read Genesis, the 49th chapter and verse 12, it shows you his eyes was red with wine. If you drink wine, the white of your eyes turn red. He wasn't getting drunk of the wine and nothing like that. But when you drink wine, your white of your eyes turns red, right? Can you read?
It says, and his feet like unto fine brass.
And his feet was like the color of fine brass. What color is fine brass?
Gold.
Like a goldish brown. Like a goldish brown. Listen to this. This is the key point right here.
As if they burn in a furnace.
Is it what?
As if they burn in a furnace.
So you take that gold and that goldish brown and you throw it in a furnace and burn it. If you burn anything, what color is it gonna come out? If you burn something, what color is it gonna come out? You said what? Well, if you burn something, I'm talking about like toast it, burn it completely. It's gonna come out black. So his feet was like brass if they burn in a furnace. So if you take that brass and burn it in a furnace, it's gonna come out black. So his feet was black. All right, and your feet is the same color as the rest of your body, right? So, so look, you see here that this man right here is what you know as a deceiver, a devil. That's why you say we got a thing right here that says this is the devil. Now the word devil means deceiver, right? And this is a deceiving image right here. When a lot of people, when they see this image, they disassociate themselves with this Bible. Because they're like, that's not me. That's not my Savior, right? That's not who came for me, right? And they right in a way, because that's not him. That's a man named Caesar Borgias, right? He was the Pope, the 6th son, right? And what's the story on him? I had to go to
all right, that's Caesar Borgias. He had incest with his sister, and he killed her husband.
Right, so he had incest with his sister and killed his husband, right? And this is the man they portray as Jesus Christ. That's contradictory, ain't it? All right. So we see in the Bible that look, these are black people. All right. These are Christ is a. Give me Jeremiah 14 and 2. All right. You would be from the tribe of Judah. All right. With the African Americans, so-called African Americans, they from the tribe of Judah, right? So let's get this precept, Jeremiah 14 and 2. Let's see what the Jews, because when you get Judah is where you get the term Jew from, right? It's Judah, right? One of the 12 tribes.
Should have run it out to that dude.
Right. Read it up. Read it up.
All right, this is Jeremiah 14 and 2.
Right.
It says Judith mourning.
Right. So we in mourning right now. If you can't tell, we get killed left and right. We get the police pulling up on us, killing us. We at the bottom of the totem pole. All right. We first fired, last hired. All right. the most destroyed people on the earth. All right, we known as a bunch of thugs and the people that don't care about nothing. Right, can you read?
They are black unto the ground.
The Lord says they are black unto the ground. These Jews, the Judah, so you got the white man up there claiming to be you. All right, they in your land right now, claiming them. That's why they call themselves Jewish. All right, because just like I was to call you childish, am I calling you an actual child? What am I calling you? I'm saying you acting like a child, right? Just like they acting like a Jew.
Yeah.
They acting like a Jew. They ain't not the true Jews. All right,
I'll read the whole thing.
These Jews are black and to the ground. All right, can you read?
I'll read the whole thing again. It says, Judas mourneth,
Right.
and the gates thereof languish.
Right.
They are black unto the ground,
Right.
and it says, and the cry of Jerusalem is gone up.
Right, so we are black into the ground. All right, just like you got different shades like me, different color brothers, lighter brothers. All right, just like the ground, you know, the ground got dark ground, you got the lighter color, weak shades of the ground.
Yeah.
All right, so what you see here, man, is that this Bible, it's an enclosed garden. It's for once, but give me Psalms 147:19. All right, this what makes this special about the Bible that you're not gonna learn in church. All right, they're not gonna teach you who you really are in church. They want everybody to be the same as you. They want everyone to be equal to you when y'all are the chosen people. All right, the Bible wasn't for everyone, believe it or not. We're finna bring it out too. All right, we're finna see what the scriptures say. Bring it out. Psalms 147:19.
All right,
how you doing, brother?
Psalms 147:19.
All right, brother. Come in His word. You're not good, brother. All right, bring it up.
This is Psalms 147:19.
Right.
It says, He showed His word unto Jacob.
So He showed this word unto Jacob. Jacob is the progenitor, the father of the Israelites. Who we are, right? Read.
His statutes and His judgments unto Israel.
So the Lord said He showed this word. This is the word right here. And the embodiment of the word is who the world calls Jesus Christ, right? He showed His word unto Jacob, the Israelites, right? Can you read?
It says, He has not dealt so with any nation.
The Lord is not dealing with everyone. He didn't deal with any other nations. He dealt with these 12 tribes right here, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. They are the true children of God, according to prophecy. They are the true people that this Bible speaks about. All right, this whole book is about one people. All right, about one people raising back up in the last days. Right? Can you read?
And as far as His judgments, they have not known.
Right. So give me Romans chapter 9, verse 4. All right. So this Bible is not for everyone, brother. It's for your people. All right. And that's what makes it special. The Most High chose you out of all people. All right, to receive this word. Get Romans 9 and 4. Listen to this.
All right, this is Romans chapter 9, verse 4.
Right.
It says, For I could wish that myself were accursed from Christ.
Right.
For my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh.
So this is Paul speaking. He said, For I wish that myself were accursed from Christ for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh, my actual blood brothers. Right, can you read?
Who are Israelites.
Who are who?
Who are Israelites.
So Paul said his brothers is Israelites. All his brothers is Israelites, right? Can you read?
To whom pertaining the adoption.
Right, so we the only ones that can be adopted in. We the only ones that can receive these so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. They're the only ones that can be adopted into this truth, right? Can you read?
And the glory.
In the glory of the kingdom is for the Israelites. All right, can you read?
And the covenant.
And the covenants, the new and the old covenant was both given to the children of Israel. Right, can you read?
And the giving of the law.
In the laws. The law, when did Moses get the laws that, he handed it out to every other people? Who did Moses get the laws to? He gave it to the Israelites.
Yeah.
He only gave it to his people, right? Can you read?
This is in the service of God.
In the service of God. We the only one that's ever been charged with the service of God. All right? We the only ones that's ever been charged with serving God because we the only ones that can serve Him. Because we was the only ones given the laws to serve Him. Right? Can you read?
And the promises.
In the promises. All the promises in this book is for us. All right? That's what it's for. All right? These promises is for us. Okay? So, give me Romans 13 and 11. All right, while you in Romans. All right. So what you gotta understand is this Bible is for us, and what we're doing is waking up our people out of their sleep. All right, our people, they've been rocked to sleep in Christianity, they've been rocked to sleep in all other ways, and our people don't read the Bible. What they do, they get their Bible and they set it up in a set somewhere and they sit there and collect dust. You gotta blow dust off of it because they haven't read it. If our people would read this Bible, they will understand who they are. They will understand the things that was meant for them to understand. But no, they want to come to want other people to explain who they are. They want to go. They don't want to prove things out of the Bible, out of the scriptures, right? Bring it up. Romans 13.
This is Romans chapter 13, verse 11.
Right.
It says, "And that knowing the time."
That knowing the time, whether you know it or not, these are the last times. All right. The true prophets of the Lord is waking up. The true people that's giving the real gospel, the same gospel that Christ had, is waking up. Right, can you read?
That now it is high time to wake out of sleep.
And that's what we out here for. We out here to get the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to wake out of their sleep. Because they're the true children of God. This Bible was meant for them. So our people, they've been rocked to sleep in this world. They care about everything else. They care about pleasing everybody else. But they don't care about pleasing the Father, which is in heaven. Right, can you read?
For now is our salvation nearer than what we believe.
But our salvation is nearer than we believe. You know, a lot of people, they think this Bible's never gonna come to pass. They think these prophecies never gonna come to pass. They think they're gonna be able to do whatever they want to forever, and they gonna keep doing it till they die off one day. These books, this book of this Bible is coming to pass, man. All right, these prophecies is coming. The salvation is nearer than what we believe. All right, and when the Yahweh Shah, that's the true name for Jesus. All right, his name is Yahweh Shah. All right, that's how you say his name in Hebrew. All right, the letter J wasn't invented until the 1600s. All right, so his name couldn't have been Jesus. He was a Hebrew, so he spoke Hebrew. All right,
He spoke Paleo Hebrew.
it's Paleo Hebrew, not modern day Hebrew, but Paleo Hebrew. So his name was Yahweh Shah. All right, and the Father, which is in heaven, his name is Yahweh. All right, which means He is. All right, so you got to understand that this Bible isn't for everyone, brother. All right, this is for you. This is your knowledge, your understanding. All right, in the sight of the nations. Give me you said what? Look, hey, but it's all praises to the Most High, because we had to get this. We had to learn one day too. We had to learn who we are. We're not African American. We're not none of these things we've been told. It's been told. We've been told a bunch of lies. All right, Psalms 83 and 2.
Psalms
all right?
83.
All these people have taken crafty counsel against us. They don't want us to know who we are. They want to keep us in sleep, because once we wake up out of that sleep, then this book is going to start coming to pass. All the prophecies is going to start coming to pass. The Lord says the kingdom of heaven is within us. All right, so it's within us to bring forth this kingdom of Yahweh Shah, who the world calls Jesus Christ, ruling the earth. All right, so bring it up.
Psalms 83 and 7.
83 and 2.
83 and 2.
Right. Listen to this.
All right, this is Psalms chapter 83, verse 2.
Right.
It says, "For lo, thine enemies make a tumult."
Right.
It says, "And they that hate thee have lifted up the head."
Right. What our people don't understand, our enemies, all these other nations, they came together against us. Right.
Correct.
Keep read.
It says, "They have taken crafty counsel against thy people."
They've taken crafty counsel against us, man. Why you think they out there on the block? They don't set up drugs in our community. They don't set up things, it's traps for us, different ways where we go into public school and we're around all type of other kids for us to get into things. They set traps for us. They took a crafty counsel against us. All right. They tell us we African Americans, Negroes, all right, coloreds, all right. They don't want us to know who we really are, all right. Because you ever, when you was in school, I don't know how long ago you went to school, but when you went to school, they told us that they didn't tell you where we came from when we came from slavery. They didn't tell you where we came from. They say Africa. They could be anywhere. You know how many continents in Africa? All right. They didn't tell you that you are the children of God. They didn't tell you that you're the true Israelites of the Bible. And all these nations took counsel to put you down. Have you ever felt like it's a setup for us? It's a setup for us, man. Right? Can you read?
It says, "And consulted against thy hidden ones."
So, right, we're the hidden ones. We're the ones no one knows who we are. They don't know. They think we're Negroes, the spics, and we ain't worth nothing. All right. The Lord says He's chose the despised. He's chose the people that was at the bottom. All right. That's who He's chose. Right? Can you read?
It says, "They have said, Come and let us cut them off from being a nation."
Right. These other nations, America, which is known as Babylon the Great in the Bible. All right. It's made us where we've forgotten who we are. All right. They've said, "Come and let us cut them off from being a nation. Let us cut them off from remembering themselves. Let them cut them off from waking up out of their sleep." They don't want us to wake up out of our sleep and know who we are. Right, can you read?
"That the name of Israel may be no more remembered."
Right, so they don't want us to remember ourselves. They want Israel to be forgotten. All right, they want the fake Jewish man in your land right now to rule forever, when that's not going to happen according to biblical prophecy. Right, can you read?
It says, "For they consulted together with one consent."
Right,
They are
confederate
against thee.
Right, so all these nations are confederate against us, man. All right, they're against us. All right, they all come together and figured, how can we keep the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans down? How can we keep destroying them as a people? How can we put drugs in the community and keep destroying them and keep getting them to the point where they destroy? All right, that's the water. So that's what they done to us, brother. All right, they destroyed us as a people. It kept us in darkness. All right, but the light is these commandments. All right, that's the end of the tunnel. All right, give me Matthew 7 and 12. So we gotta walk out of the ways of darkness and keep this narrow path, narrow way. And the narrow way is keeping these laws. All right, you see everyone too, or they're like they out doing their own thing. All right, they out doing whatever they want to do, whenever they want to do it. All right, give me Matthew 7 verse 12. All right,
verse 12.
this is a narrow gate. Not too many people is gonna make it. Not too many people is gonna understand this truth. This truth isn't meant for everyone. All right, bring it up.
All right, 7 to 12.
Right.
All right, this is
13.
Oh, you said
13. So Matthew 7 and 13. You good? This is the next verse.
All
Right, bring it up.
This is Matthew chapter 7, verse 13.
Right.
It says, enter ye in at the straight gate.
So we gotta enter in a straight gate. You know, a straight gate is a narrow gate. It's a straight gate, right? Can you read?
For wide is the gate,
Right.
and broad is the way
Right.
that leadeth to destruction.
Right. So bride and being doing what everyone else doing, that's what's gonna lead you to destruction. Being like everyone else, Christianity, Islam, all these things, you won't find the word Christianity in the Bible. All right. It's about your people. It's about the Israelites. And you follow these commandments and serving Yahweh in the name of his son, Yahweh Shah. Right? That's the things you got to do. Right, can you read?
It says, and many there be which go in their path.
Right. Many people are in this broad gate doing what everyone else is doing. What's the saying? There's a bunch of followers, but not enough leaders. Right? Everyone doing what everyone else is doing. Right? Many people is in this broad gate. Many people is doing that. Right, can you read?
14. It says, because straight is the gate.
Because straight is the gate. Right, can you read?
And narrow is the way.
And narrow is the way. This is a narrow way, a small way. Right? Which is keeping the commandments of the Lord. Right, can you read?
Which leadeth unto life.
Those are the people that's going to get into the kingdom. All right? The people that's going the narrow way. Not doing what everyone else is doing. Not being a partaker, but reading the Bible and supping with the Lord. Going precept upon precept, line upon line, like it's read in the scriptures. Right, can you read?
It says, and few there be that find it.
What did the Lord say?
It says, and few there be that find it.
Few there be that find this truth. Give me Proverbs 24 and 20. Few there be that's gonna find this. Few people are gonna get into the kingdom. Everyone, you taught in church, everybody gonna make it into the kingdom. Everybody gonna be in there. That's not how it's gonna be. It's 144,000 people in the 1/3 that's gonna make it into the kingdom. Right? So you gotta make sure you among that number. So the Lord says, few there be that find this way. Proverbs 24 and 20. Few there be that find this narrow way. Few there be that find it. You don't came up here. You know how long we've been out here. You know how many people come up to us. You know how many people come in here. Maybe 3 or 4.
Yeah.
All right, and 2 of them don't want to hear it. The 2 of them stay for a little bit and walk off. All right, because look, this is a narrow gate. It's not for everyone. You have to be chosen for this. All right, you can't teach someone that you can't do all this. It's in you. All right, that's what you got to understand. This is a narrow way that you have to be chosen to come into. The Most High has to choose. All right, you can't study and try to become this. You gotta. It's within you. So you got to be chosen for this. Bring it up. Proverbs 24 and 20.
24 and 20.
Right.
All right. It says, for there shall be no
20 and 24. It's lucky. 20 and 24. That was my bad. My bad. 24, 20 and 24.
20 and 24.
Come on.
All right. This is Proverbs chapter 20, verse 24. It says, man's going are of the Lord.
So man's goings are of the Lord. Everything you do, every step you've made has been calculated. All right. The Most High said, man's goings are of the Lord. The Lord had you come up here and hear this word. The Lord makes you go over there and get in your car. The Lord makes you do everything that you've done. Right? The Lord has preordained everything. It's not one thing that happened that the Lord didn't ordain to happen from the beginning of time. Right? Can you read?
It says, how can a man then understand his own way?
So a man can't understand his own way. You know, man in his mind, he thinks that he can make his own decisions. He thinks that he can go his own way. He thinks he can do whatever he wants to, whenever he wants to. But it's really an illusion because the Most High has already chose what you're going to do and what you're not going to do. All right? So look, the Most High chose for you to hear this word. Give me John 6 and 44. The Most High chose for you to hear this word and hear the truth of who you really are. All right? You're God's chosen people. That's a blessing in itself, man. All right?
John 6 and 44.
44.
44.
John 6 and 44. Listen to this. All right?
All right.
So no one, you have to be chosen for this. All right? That's why we ain't no Christian church. You see 20,000 people out here and they lined up. Like you go to some of these churches, they got a huge congregation, 50,000 people in their church, and they go into church on Sundays, right? Bring it up.
All right, this is John chapter 6, verse 44.
Right.
It says, no man can come to me except the Father which hath sent me. Draw him.
So you can't come to the Father, all right? You can't come to who the world calls Jesus Christ, Yahweh Shah, without the Father drawing you. You have to be drawn for this, man. No matter what point you are in your life, no matter what, the Most High has to draw you for this truth. All right? Can you read?
It says, and I will raise him up at the last days.
And you're going to get that spiritual body. You're going to be raised up in those last days. All right? And we're getting raised up spiritually by knowing who we are and keeping these commandments. Because once we were in darkness, but now we have the light. All right? Now we understand who we are. Now we understand we got to keep these commandments. Now we understand we got to change. This is a true, this is the only thing that'll make people change. All right? Because the Most High has gave his commandments. If you keep them, everything's going to be all right. All right? Everything's going to wait till the kingdom comes. All right? So that's what we got to do as a people. We got to come back to our nationality and remember ourselves. Give me Isaiah 1 and 4. Because our people, they don't understand who they are. They don't care about who they are. A lot of people, we tell them what we said. African Americans named after 2 white men. They say, I don't care. You know, I don't care what you're talking about. They don't care. Because listen, this is Isaiah 1 and 4.
All right, this is Isaiah chapter 1 verse 4. It
right?
says the ox knoweth his owner.
Yeah, verse 3, come on.
And the ass his master's crib.
Right, so the ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. These are 2 of the dumbest animals in the world. That's why you get the term dumb ass from an ass, an animal, right? And an ox. They're 2 dumb animals, but they know where they come from, right? They know how to find home. They know where they came from, right? Can you read?
It says, but Israel do not know.
But the Lord said what?
But Israel do not know.
But we don't know where we come from. All right, can you read?
My people do not consider.
We don't even consider where we come from. You know, they got us over here in America. They said we were some Africans just playing around with sticks and they just came and picked us up. That's what our people think. They don't know where they come from. They don't know that they're the children of God. They don't even consider. It don't cross their mind once at all during the day that, where do I come from? Where do I go back to? Where do my people really from? It don't cross them now, right? Can you read?
It says a sinful nation.
Our people is a sinful nation. Right, can you read?
A people leadeth with iniquity.
A people laden with iniquity, sins. We killing each other, robbing each other, murdering each other. Why? Because the Lord put these curses upon us because we didn't listen to these commandments. Right, can you read?
A seed of evildoers.
We're a seed of evildoers. Our people do evil. All they want to do is evil. Right, can you read?
It says children that are corrupters.
Right.
They have forsaken the Lord.
Right.
They have provoked the Holy One of Israel.
Right.
To anger.
Right. So that's why you see the Most High angry with us. That's why you're seeing us get shot down in the streets. That's why you're seeing us. We got fed to alligators. That's why you're seeing Emmett Till got shot and killed. I mean, got killed and beat to death. All right, and destroyed. You remember Emmett Till, right? Look, this is what the Lord's angry with us. Why? Because we keep going to church on Sunday and not keeping the commandments of the Lord. We keep going into these churches and they're not giving us the truth of who we really are. All right, we're not keeping no commandments. We do whatever we want to do whenever we want to do it. All right, we're not fearing the Lord, because that's what the fear of the Lord is, to keep His commandments. All right, so Khan.
It says they are gone away backwards.
Right, so not only have we forsaken the Lord, we went away the other way. We serve these other gods. We go into Christianity, Islam, Buddhism, serving idols, and celebrating Christmas.
Cinemas.
You know the Most High told us not to celebrate Christmas. You know the Most High told us not to celebrate Easter and all these fake days that are not in the Bible. All right, these are all pagan holidays, but our people, they do them because why? They've been told to do them. They've been indoctrinated to do them. All right, when the Lord told us in Jeremiah 10:2, He said to learn not the way of the heathen. Right, so we shouldn't be learning the way of these other nations, because we should be keeping our holy days, the Feast of Tabernacles. All right, the Feast of Unleavened Bread. All right, different feasts that we have, the Feast of Dedication. All right, different feasts that we was given through the Spirit and the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. The Passover. All right, that we have to keep our days. The Most High told us to keep. The Most High didn't tell us to keep Christmas. All right, the Most High is against birthdays. Did you know that? Yeah. He's against birthdays. He's against Christmas. He's against all that. But what our people do, they turn away backward and they do whatever they want to do, because they don't want to keep the commandments the Lord told them to do. They don't want to do it. All right, so that's why we out here. We out here every Friday and Saturday, brother. Every Friday and Saturday, you can catch us right here. Any questions you got, any knowledge, anything you want to learn, we'll be out here. All right, because we out here for the people, and the people alone, our people, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. That's what we out here for. All right, so like I said, brother, anything you want, any questions you got, any questions at all? Got any questions?
Well, I can't remind right now. I think so. Some country. Can you be every Friday and Saturday?
Every Friday and Saturday, brother.
How's that?
All right, all praises, all praises, all praises. All praises, we'll be out here, brother. All praises to y'all. All right. You too, brother. You too, brother. Lord willing, Lord willing. We'll be out here for you, brother. Anytime you need.
Friday, Saturday.
Every Friday and Saturday, brother.
All right.
All right, brother.
All right.
Thank you, brother. The water. All praises to Yahweh Shimei Shah, man. You know, brothers waking up through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shimei Shah. You know, all hell breaking loose earlier, but yet we still waking up our people through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Shimei Shah. All right, that's through the spirit. The man stayed there 45 minutes. Old man, he said he shocked. He didn't even know what to say. He said he lost for words. That's what he said. All right, he said I'll be back. All right, Lord willing, the Lord make it where he'll be back to hear this word, man, to get more knowledge and understanding, man. But that's all praises to be at his age, because a lot of people at that age, they don't want to hear nothing. They're not willing for change. They're not willing, even younger than that, younger than his age, they don't want to hear it. Then you get around about 50 or 60, you can't tell a black woman or man nothing. You can't tell them nothing, man. You can sit there and break down the Bible and they don't want to hear it. All right? So that's all honor and glory and praises unto Yahweh Ba'al Shimei Shah for that for the brother waking up out of his sleep. Hopefully, he do what he got to do to change his ways.